Hi my dear listeners, welcome to the new episode of Peter's English podcast. It's a very hard to start because you are very shy in the start. This is my problem, but don't worry people, I will practice it. I will practice it and now I feel well, I'm feeling great because I like live episodes and I want to do a lot of live episodes, but in this episode I want to read you the fourth episode of the series of my detective series Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo. I have to warn every children, go away, go to play outside because this detective series is only for adults. I hope you will like it, but my podcast is about learning English. I want to share with you how you can learn English in a fun way, and I like learning English and doing podcasts and writing fairy tales for my podcast. And we can start. I'm going to read you. You can hold your fingers. Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo 4. Lucia Hrušková was sleeping in her bedroom when someone broke into her house and kidnapped her. She was tied up in a prison. What happened? Why am I here? She asked herself. I was sleeping when my phone rang. I answered and the police told me that my girlfriend Lucia Hrušková had been kidnapped. That's terrible. I started to investigate what happened to her. Her dad, Eldrik Hruška, came to me and I asked him if Lucia had any enemies. Eldrik told me that his daughter had dated a man named Ezekiel who was very fanatical and evil. She wanted to change him, but it was impossible. Lucia broke up with him and he wanted to get revenge. It was possible that he kidnapped Lucia. Later I discovered that this guy had set up a secret group of fanatics who hated witches and everyone who was different. They wanted to create a totalitarian state where the state controls your every step and knows everything about you. Different opinions are considered criminal. Ezekiel, the leader of the group of fanatics, wanted to be a dictator. The members of the group worshipped their leader as a god. Ezekiel considered himself a god who could help people live without sin. The fanatics were a very dangerous group that was popular with young people. They offered simple solutions to the problems of ordinary people. Their biggest enemies were witches and people from abroad. Ezekiel came to visit Lucia. I'm sorry people, I had a good lunch. Yes, of course. Ezekiel came to visit Lucia in her prison. Hi Lucia, welcome to your new home. Don't you remember me? You didn't want me anymore. Hi Ezekiel, what do you want from me? Lucia asked. You'll see, sweetie. You like it, Ezekiel laughed. I was talking with Lucia's dad, Eldrik Hruška, when my phone rang again. I answered and I heard a very strange voice. We have your witch. Pay 20,000 euros if you want to see her beautiful face again. You have to come along with the money. We found the police. I agreed. But I had a plan to rescue my princess. I contacted the police and told them about my plan. They agreed. I arrived at the abandoned house where the fanatics lived, carrying the money. The members caught me and brought me to the leader of the group. Now we have everything. Burn them all, said Ezekiel. In that moment, Eldrik Hruška showed himself and started to fight against the fanatics with his magical powers. I rushed to the prison, untied Lucia and rescued her. Then her dad followed us and we started to run away. They began to pursue us, but the police caught them and locked them up in jail. Ezekiel was sentenced to life imprisonment. Lucia threw herself around my neck and kissed me, thanking me for the rescue. She later wrote a book about totalitarian regimes and began to teach people about the danger of totality and why living in peace and democracy is important for our lives. The end. this was, people, my fourth episode about my detective series Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo. This episode was a little short, but I think short episodes are good episodes because long episodes are too long, and because I have to because people don't like so long episodes, I think. Who knows? But I don't care. In the next episode, I want to continue with this series because I want to finish my fairy tales video series about my fairy tales. What else? Yes, of course, I want to create my own Peter English podcast community where people can practice their speaking skills in English in a fun way and be friends. Everyone can give feedback to each other, and it can be a lot of fun, and I want to do video episodes about it. And thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I want to tell you bye bye.